my gosh, takers. It's already the end of July. It's still your boy's birthday season. I know Cancer season officially ends today, but I'm still partying. We got a couple more days in July, so.
Yes, it's going down. So I can't wait to talk about that too. Speaking of July and birthday, I'm so excited to be back with you guys, takers. I know it's been a while, but we are back like we never left. We have some amazing things lined up for you. Our real takes, of course, and we're going to do them random style, random fandom. Of course, Ty is bringing you his picks as well as what's trending today. And I always, have a rant and, of course, some inspiration and motivation. So I'm super excited to jump right in as we love to do. Isn't that right, Ty?
That's right. That's right. We're back like we never left. Life's been life in Lay,
Life
but
is
so much things have been happening. So it feels so good to be back, and I, the summer. Where's summer? Because I feel like I saw something on Facebook that somebody shared, and it was like, all I've done this summer is clock in and clock out. And I feel like that's where I've been too. So shout outs
yes,
to the day jobs.
yes. Making money, that's it. I'm like, remember when summer was like go you knew like high school you was kicking it summertime. It was like parties, fun, no homework. Now it's like summer is no different than the winter. It's just nicer weather. You don't have to worry about snow days. So, with that being said, since we're already getting real, I think it's time for our random real takes. I'm super excited about these because I've kind of been sitting on these for a while, and I really want to know your take, Ty. So let's just jump right in, like we love to do.
Let's do
So,
it.
there's a trend. We live in today's society where tattoos are it's harder to find someone who does not have tattoos than otherwise, right? So I want to know, Ty, would you get someone's name tatted on you?
I'm gonna be completely honest. So I don't have any tattoos currently. I know, crazy. I don't like needles. So that being said, I was also just talking to this about. I was just talking about this same thing with somebody. I think it was like a couple days ago, and they have tattoos. I have zero. Um, I've thought about getting something small, maybe like on my wrist, or like just something like really, really small, like maybe a microphone, or you're gonna laugh, but a Mountain Dew can because my grandpa passed away from lung cancer, but we were really close, and he got me hooked on Mountain Dew ever since I was younger. I know it's the worst pop you can drink. I shouldn't be drinking pop, but he got me hooked on it. So when we went to say our goodbyes, at his house, there was a 2 liter of Mountain Dew on the counter in the kitchen. And I looked at my step grandma, I said, you letting him drink that pop, right? Like, it's his time to come home. You better be
Right,
letting him drink as much Mountain Dew as he wants.
exactly.
So I think when it comes to tattoos, I feel like people just get crazy and you got the little face tattoos and like the island boys, how they're tattooed all the way up.
Yes,
But I think that I'll eventually get one day. Check it off my life bucket list, but it has to have meaning and purpose. Because I ain't going through the pain because even a little tattoo is going to be painful for Tyler. And it's got to have meaning. It's got to have purpose. It has to serve a purpose. If you're just getting a tattoo to get a tattoo, would I tattoo my partner or someone else's name on my body? I definitely would probably tattoo like my grandpa's name or my mom's name, um, or my grandma. All three people who I'm really extremely close with. I'm a mama's boy. Um, but as far as a partner, I think I would rather do something cute like let's go get matching dates or something that have significance to us, or like matching or corresponding tattoos that maybe relate to a particular memory or something that's unique to you and that other person, before I'm tatting your name on me. But if it's like years, if you're like 15, 25 years. I know, right? Call me crazy because apparently there are a lot of people that doesn't exist in today's society. But if you've got years on years
uh-huh.
and you're married and you're happy and you're bettering each other and you're creating memories with each other, then yeah, I'll get your tattoo. If I know that you're my person, you're my soulmate, and you're not going anywhere, we can get our names tatted. But if you're like somebody that just started dating or it's only been a couple years, I think it'd be better obviously your souls are connecting for a reason.
Right.
So you can share a memory and get something that's either the same tattoo or something similar that goes with each other, and it can still be an experience. It's just
That's
not your partner's name.
That's true. I share the same sentiments. I do not I don't have a tattoo. I don't have any tattoos. So we're similar in that regard. I wouldn't get anybody's name tatted on me. I just it's no, I would rather, if I'm in love with you, like significant other or whatever, let's get a matching necklace, a matching bracelet, you know what I'm saying? Something I can take off. I don't want a tattoo of anybody. And I feel like my grandmother passed away. This is her name on my chest, or D, and so that kind of helped me mourn her when she passed. And my grandmother was like, whatever you do, do not get anything tatted on you of me. Nothing. I don't want to no memory, nothing tattooed. So I think with that, I think about that too, and I think my dad is the same way. Um, I don't know. I feel like my family would more be like, why did you go get that tattoo on you? Like for family wise, my friends, um, I'm in a sorority. My line sisters have talked about getting matching tattoos. They already know that I'm not gonna participate. But if you guys want to go ahead, you go right ahead. So I guess my short answer is probably not. I don't like needles, like you said. Um, but it's crazy because I like piercings. So I just can't sit through it like, nah, I'm cool.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so I'm a no go. No tattoos with Lacey. I'm cool. So speaking of friends, Ty, obviously I think that you're an amazing friend to me, friend, business partner, family. But I want to know for you, what makes a true friend?
Absolutely. So the feelings reciprocated. You're an amazing friend, business partner. I think that friendships are so nowadays can be really one-sided. Like if you're gonna be friends with somebody, I should be able to reach out to you when I'm struggling or when I need advice or when I need somebody to talk to or vent to. And then that feeling should be reciprocated. So if I'm going through stuff, I expect a friend to be there for me. And then vice versa, when you're going through things, I'm gonna be there for you. And I feel like just the type of person that I am, kind-hearted, very sensitive, very emotional. When I like, I'm in a group chat. Not gonna drop names. I'm in a group chat. It's a couple of us, and we're all really close friends. But there's somebody in the group that when me and the other people in the group are venting or we need somebody to talk to, they're kind of just like, look at my dog, look at my pets, or me. But like, what about like we're there when you need somebody, we're there to support and uplift you. Why aren't you there for us? This
Yeah,
isn't one-sided. If we're chosen family, we call each other family, then we need to be family.
yeah,
And I don't have time for fake friendships. I don't have time for people that are only one-sided or worried about themselves.
I agree with that. So I guess what I hear you saying is that being a listening ear, two ways, that's one of the things that you look for in a true friend. It can't just all be about them all of the
Mm.
time. You don't want to be a vessel or opening, a listening ear for one person, and then when it's time for you want to listen, someone to listen to you, it's not there. That's what. So you being able to talk to someone and reciprocation, I guess, in a relationship, both ways. Is that
Yeah.
is that right? What you're saying? Yeah, I would definitely agree with that for sure. I think with friends, I've learned to put my friends in categories. So like, and some people don't operate that way. Some people want friends that they want to be able to party with them, vent to them, confide in them, have business conversations with them. And for me, that's not how I do my friends, because if that was the case, I wouldn't have any friends, because some of the friends that I'm able to get mentorship from and actually what can get advice that I feel like is sound, um, are not necessarily the friends that I can kick it with, nor are they the friends that I can get career advice from. So I think that if you're looking for an all in one from a friend, I think a lot of the times we find ourselves disappointed because we look for things in people that just aren't there. You want someone who is not a good listener, who's never been a good listener, to listen to you. But that same friend that's not a good listener could be a great person to have a good time with. I'm talking about a person you can get lit with, go out and do something so embarrassing that you never want to be spoken of again. And they're that friend where you're like, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. If you get drunk, lit, whatever, girl, it's not leaving. Some people, and you might, if I try to take my friend that I confide in that helps me be a better woman to a vacation where I did something that I don't want nobody else to know, I would never be able to live it down. Now, Lacey, now we talked about growing and we talked about da da da, and it just be like, girl, I was just trying to have fun. I wasn't even trying to. So I think that for me, when I think about a true friend, I think about what I look for in that specific friendship. So I don't look for the same thing in all of my friends, if that makes sense. Now, that's not to say I do have a couple of friends that I can go out, have a good time with, that'll listen to me, that I can talk about my relationship with. Who I talk to my relationship about is very few, far and in between, because you just can't trust everybody, right? But I think that for me, when I look at a true friend, it's more about what they bring to the table. And I think for me, a true friend is someone that can change for you. And when I say change for you, I mean, if I call you, Ty, and I say, Ty, that really hurt my feelings. When you didn't call me back, that hurt my feelings because I really needed you. And then I seen, whatever. And you said, Lacey, I'm so sorry. I didn't think about it from your perspective. That won't happen again. And then it doesn't happen again. That's what that when you're able to, like, when friendships can have, bumps and bruises, but they're able to listen to you and change behavior. That's what I look for in a real friend, because I think that's how friendships grow and stay. If you hurt my feelings, we have that open communication. But I look for being myself. I have to be myself around you. If I can't be myself comfortably, say something crazy, then I can't be friends with you. I can't be friends with you. If I can't be myself, I can't be friends with you. So I think that's what I look for in a true friendship. Yeah? Is that fair to ask for?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. We talked about it when we interviewed the author Florence Romano about
Yes.
like building your village and having
Yes.
different people are here, like we're all here to serve a purpose in life, and make sure that we do that before it's our time to go. And I think like categorizing
Yes.
different people for different reasons, for different points of contact that you can go to, spacing it and divvying it out, because the same people that you work with may not be the same people that you can go hit the club with, or may not, your homegirl that runs her mouth may be good for certain conversations and certain things, but at the same time, you're not about to be telling her your relationship and your love life.
Right. Right. I say trust a snake to be a snake. That's
Mm,
why you don't have to, like, so trust a person that can't be quiet to not be quiet. That's what you trust. Don't trust that they'll change. Trust them for who they are. And if
mm.
they shock you, then they shock you. But don't trust people to be who they are. And I think that's how you're able to identify a true friend, for me anyway. So, with that being said, I know that with friendships, we look for good relationships in friendship. And I think in all types of relationships, it's important to have open communication. But can you be too open sometimes? I was talking to someone at work, actually, and we were like having a conversation. Um, and this kind of came up, and I was like, I want to know what the takers and Ty think, because I think this will be good. And takers, this is a good time to remind you, please chime in on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, everything. Please chime in and let us know what you are thinking at Ty and Lay's Take. I want to know your thoughts. So with that being said, Ty, let's just say hypothetically you're in a relationship, things are going well. Or let's not even say that. Let's just say you're dealing with someone. Let's just say you're, sexually. And they say, Ty, I think we should go get tested. I want you to get tested for STDs or STIs and STIs. Would you be offended if your partner asked you to get tested?
Not at all. Oh yes, I'm glad you let me take the lead on this one.
Yes.
So, being somebody who identifies as gay and within the LGBTQ plus community, it is that has always been one of my biggest fears. Growing up when I was younger, still to this day, the fear of getting something or catching a disease that you are going to be stuck with the rest of your life. And I know that there's prep and there's different resources out here.
Now, what's
Um,
prep time? Just for takers that
oh,
don't know.
so prep is y'all are calling me off guard, but prep is a form is a pill that you can take to help you make sure that your body doesn't get HIV or AIDS.
Okay. Okay.
And medical officials don't quote me. That's not the medical term.
I mean,
Like that's not the medical
I've
definition.
heard it before, but I just
But
wanted to just so people can
it's
know
it's
something
it's a
you.
preventative measure that you can take daily, and it requires you to constantly have doctor's appointments and be checking in and doing different tests with your doctor. But I think it's so important to have these conversations. I think that if you're going to be in love or on a deep connection, and even if you're hooking up with people, I think it's always important to protect yourself, to protect yourself and the person that you're sleeping with or that you're being sexually active with. Um, I'm someone who used to get tested every month, even when I wasn't being active. I just think it's a good habit to get into. It's your body, but it's also somebody else's life. And I don't think, nobody wants to live with, say you do catch a disease and you're unaware. You can literally feel fine and not know if something's wrong. So
Mhm.
to get tested is the only way to know for sure that your body is good, that you're healthy, that you're going to be able to live a healthy life with you and your partner. Even to the point where if I'm going to be talking to somebody seriously and in a relationship, I'm so comfortable with even bringing that person to go get tested with me. We can do it together. You can sit in the waiting room. Tyler needs that extra support because, like I said, Tyler doesn't like needles. So damn right, you're gonna be sitting next to me. You're gonna be holding my hands, and then it's just that sense. It's a peace of mind. It's a sense of clarity. It's knowing your status is the best thing that we can do to make sure that we're not continuing to unknowingly pass these diseases. There is prep. There are other um things that you can do, but like the best thing to me would be to know where you stand, get tested regularly, have these conversations with your partner, because
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ty.
there's people out here that don't know, and they might be living life crazily, um and then there's also people out here that, and I know it's illegal, but there's people out here that'll lie to you. You could ask somebody and be like, "Oh, I just got tested. Oh, I'm good." No, Tyler is going to be like, "Show me your papers. Show me your papers. Let's get tested together. Let's continue to use protection and be smart." Like, there's so much more to a relationship than just sex, but knowing your status is definitely key, and I think that's very important. So no offense taken. Let's have those uncomfortable conversations. Let's have those conversations, especially if you're going to be my person.
So, do you have these without? I don't want to get too. You tell me, Lacey. Okay. But are those conversations that? Well, let me phrase it like this. So you're saying you would not be offended if someone asked you in your like when you first meeting them, first encounter about their status, getting tested, all that stuff that wouldn't offend you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
by no
Okay.
means. I don't think if you asked me the first conversation or if you asked me later into the relationship, but I think asking is a huge sign of maturity. It shows to me that you care about who you're hooking up with and being active, and it also shows that you care about your health and mine, and that's important.
That is important. That is important. Definitely the health side, get tested. Like you need to know. A lot of people say they don't want to get tested because um they don't want to know. Like you'd be so surprised how many people would say they don't want to know, even not just even in the LGBTQ plus community,
Just as a human race.
people period, where they do not want to know what they have. Because some people it's embarrassing. They feel sick. I was actually I think Dr. not Oz. He's gray haired, black.
Dr. Phil?
Not Phil. He's a medical doctor. I can literally see his face. I'm gonna have to look him up. But he was saying that people who test positive for certain things, like they even become suicidal. And that's kind of, scary. So get tested. Definitely get tested. I'm not saying do not get tested. This is not that type of party. Ty and Layy say get tested, okay? My question is, so you wouldn't be offended at the beginning. Would you be offended if you were in a committed, exclusive relationship and a year later, after you guys had been having sexual intercourse and everything, said, I think we need to go get tested?
I mean, no, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd be offended. I think I might be like, well, no, I mean, you gotta, you gotta know, like, even if it is a exclusive relationship with one partner, I, I think you should still get tested regularly. Like, diseases show up. You could be good. You could be good for years, and then get sick. Like, there's so many different diseases and infections out here in this world that I think, regardless of how long you're in a relationship for, or a marriage or partnership, get tested regularly. And I do want to point out, because I don't like providing misinformation. So PrEP is a medicine taken to prevent getting HIV, like I said.
Yes.
So it's highly effective for preventing HIV when you take it as prescribed. It reduces the risk of getting HIV from sex by about 99%. So
Wow.
very powerful, and I am gonna do more research, because your boy probably is gonna be making some decisions. So
You
prep
got
sounds like a very good thing. My advice to everybody out there is get tested regularly, know your status, and be honest with your partner, and have these conversations.
Wow. Okay, that was good. That you know what, I approve. You matured me in this conversation, because when I was first posed the question, I definitely was like, I would kind of be not offended, but I would kind of be like, I think the immature petty part of me is like, you think I'm dirty or something? Like, you think I'm like, right? If I'm being honest, like, wholeheartedly, um, like in like first meeting someone. But then it's like, when you think about it, it's like, no, like, people are protecting themselves. You want to know, they need to know. It's nothing like having sex with a clear mind. You know what I mean? You don't want to be thinking about that. If you know what I mean, you want to think about enjoying the moment, not anything crazy. So, I think that that's really mature. Now, if it was a year in and we've been in a committed relationship, and you come to me talking about you want to get tested, I would be looking at you like, why do we need to get tested? If I've only been with you and you've been with me, we already got tested. Why do we need to keep getting tested?
So would it raise your eyebrows? Like, are you out here doing something?
Absolutely. Because my thing is, you want me to go get, if we've been in a relationship and I've only had sex with you,
And you're only hitting in
only
another
had
one,
sex,
right?
and we've already taken the test. We already know that we're good. You know, we know each other's status, whether we are aware of what we have, don't, whatever. We know what we working with.
Mhm.
Why do all of a sudden you want me to go get tested? That makes me feel like you've probably been doing something.
That you
You
shouldn't
want
have been
me to
doing.
go and find out that I got some shit. You want to find
Oh,
out I got some stuff. Sorry, takers. And then you want to try to, I don't know. With men, you just can't trust men. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be honest. So
go ahead.
no, go ahead. No, please.
Lay about to drop another cuss
I
word.
guess I said no. Let me be quiet because it's getting deep. It's getting too deep.
I don't think you should. I mean, I've had my fun in life. I just turned 27. And now I'm at the point in my life where I am I'm in a good spot right now. Um and I'm tired of meaningless connections or meaningless hookups, and I have been for quite some time actually. If we're being fully transparent, um, and I think it's so much deeper when you have a relationship or a connection with somebody that you've known for years, and y'all haven't once did the nasty or done nothing. Like, to have a organic relationship that you can't explain or express or describe to anybody, because nobody's going to understand it, because it's not you and it's not the other person, so they just don't get it.
Yeah.
You're just not on that level, you're not on that wavelength. And to have a relationship and connection with somebody that for years, and it has had nothing to do with sex, I think that's amazing. And I think people people are so quick to, like, let's hook up, first date, let's jump in bed. No, get to know somebody, make sure you want to be around that person, make sure that your guys' energies match and that you guys are on the same path in life. That feeling is so much greater than a hookup. And like you said, once you know your status, then the experience in the bedroom and that connection is going to be so much greater and so much more enjoyable and memorable.
Yes, I 100% agree. So definitely get tested. Be honest with your partner, like Ty said, but also make sure don't be doing no crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Don't do something in a committed relationship that will put you and your partner in jeopardy. Because I think, sidebar, when someone cheats on you, and then it's almost like not only did you break the vow, but like, or not the vow, but like your commitment, um, married vows if you're married. But like now you put my health at risk. You know what I mean? Because you out here, because I'm sure you're not coming home saying, "Oh, you might want to get tested after cheating." You're not, more than likely. So yeah. With that being said, I think that was good, Ty. You've matured me in this conversation. Get tested, get tested. Don't be offended if you get tested. I would rather get tested and know than you be secretive and not offend me and then, come up something crazy. So I think that was good. Ty always getting me together, y'all. He always getting me together.
I try.
Okay, no, this is the perfect one for you, Ty. Now, obviously, it's birthday month. Birthday month for Ty. So do you celebrate your birthday all month?
Absolutely, absolutely. Another day, every day here is a good day, and I'm so blessed. Every day I count my blessings. So yes, yes, yes. Cancer season. I don't even know the official date, but it begins July 1st, and it's an entire month. Today is the last day, and then I don't even know what sign is next. Is it? I don't know. Leo's next, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Leo's next. My mom's birthday is
Absolutely.
next.
The lions are on
Um,
the prowl, honey.
But I'm gonna tell you, us crabs are still celebrating, and
I
I'm
know
talking.
that.
I'm talking about the horoscope sign, not. I know we just transitioned from the bedroom to birthdays, so I'm just saying.
Just
But
clarifying.
yeah, yes, I'm celebrating. I'm still celebrating. I celebrated yesterday. I celebrated today. I'm just gonna celebrate it. I don't even care if cancer season ends today, technically. In Tyler's world, it's gonna be cancer season till July 31st.
Yes.
Um, and everybody was like, "You don't get a birthday." A lot of people were like, "You don't get a birthday month or a birthday week. You get a day. You get one day." I said, "Nah, nope, that's not because I have I have a lot of different things that I wanted to do to celebrate my birthday. So I'm like, and certain people can make it to certain things, and certain people want to do just like one-on-one, like friends. Let's go out to eat. Let's go grab drinks. Let's do karaoke. Let's do this. So I think having the whole month to celebrate gives you time to celebrate with everybody that wants to celebrate with you in the way that they want to celebrate with you.
Absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree. I think people who don't celebrate their birthday all month are just miserable, honestly. And when I say celebrate all month, that doesn't mean that you have to do something all month or that you have to, because some people you just can't. People work, have lives, whatever. It's just more so for me about just enjoying like that. That it's nothing like, ooh, my birthday's around the corner. My birthday's around the corner, or even after, it's like it's still my birthday. I don't. It's still my birthday. That's me. After the 16th, it's still my birthday. Did you give me a birthday gift? Where my birthday money? I still want this shirt. I still want these shoes. So Yes.
Let me tell you, shout outs to my special person, by the way. But I'm like Leia, we don't give too much out
No.
because our lives are our lives, even though we are media personalities. But I do just have to shout them out because I had the best birthday. I'm talking the day of my birthday. Flowers, balloons, a card. We went and got my hair cut. We went out to eat, went to the movies, and I'm just like, with it, you like my birthday, and I'm in this mindset and like so happy that it's just an overwhelming feeling, and it's that feeling that you can't explain to everybody because some people just don't understand. So shout outs to him. He knows who he is. Um,
I love
but
that.
he watches us lay. I was talking with him about the topics that we were doing today for today's real takes. So I just got to shout him out. And he knows that I'm so grateful, and my birthday was amazing. And
Yes. It's nothing like
yeah,
being loved. Oh, I
I
love
know,
that.
I know, I
Right.
know.
Yes, because we pull up. So just do your job. Okay. All right. With
Mhm.
that being said.
All right, Lay, let me segue into this next one.
Okay.
Because Lay be ranting. She's going to give us a rant later. I need to know
Oh
what
Lord.
is Lay's toxic traits. Because I
Oh
had to do some research. I had to like look up a list of toxic traits. I'm like, my toxic trait. I know everybody's got to have a toxic trait, but like, I'm Tyler. I don't got a toxic trait. And the more I did my research, I was like texting my homegirl. I said, Ayana, I said, and she said, I think you picked your toxic traits. So I want to know what Lay's are first.
hey.
Takers, you can share your toxic traits too, or you could even share your partner's toxic trait if you want. If you want to
Ooh,
spice it up.
my toxic traits. Honestly, I feel like my toxic trait, believe it or not, is that and I don't even know if this is officially a toxic trait. This is just my self-identified toxic trait, right? I feel like sometimes I can get a smudge hot-headed, just
Mm,
a smudge. Um, and when I hit that level of no return, it's hard for me to bring it back down. Like I'll be mad for like a week. Once I hit that, I'm like, I'm still mad. I need a month to just cool off. Depending on who it is, what happened, I do well for the most part with most people in my life with getting like I let stuff roll off my back because literally like once I hit that level of 10, not good. So I would say probably making sure that I'm in control of my anger and my frustration, how I respond to being angry. Because what I've learned is that anger is completely normal. If you do not get angry, you are chemically imbalanced.
mhm,
It's okay to get angry. It's when you can't control your actions when you're angry. That's when you start becoming toxic, and you know what I mean, like you have to be in control of your anger. So I think for me that's probably one of the things I could, a little toxic, is that I just got to learn to just, you know not let people take me over the edge. And I don't even mean how I act or respond. It's more so like my mental health of being angry. It's like it'll weigh on me so heavy when I'm upset. It's like I can't believe they did that. I can't believe this happened. I'm talking about it for like a week. So I think that's probably like a little toxic. Like, okay, Lacey, just learn how to let it go, like Elsa. Let it go. I would probably say that's one of the things that's a little toxic. When I'm angry, I'm like, don't talk to me, I'm mad.
mhm.
So I think that's one. And I think that's pretty personal. So what you got, Ty? Make me feel good.
Lay would be like, nope, nope, nope. She ain't being direct. Let me see your phone real quick. Hold up, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me make it clear.
Make it. And I have a very low tolerance
You
for
know, you already know,
especially.
you already know what just came into my
I
head,
already
right?
know.
We
That's
on
why
the
I
same
said
page. We
I
on the
be
same page.
very low. I be like, Ty, give me the phone.
Nope, give it to me. Nope. So I had two actually. Um, I'm a person that does not like conflict. I've been in some past trauma, and very toxic relationships that when people raise their voice or when people get real direct, sometimes it's easier for Tyler to be like, you know, it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
So conflict avoidance, because I don't like seeing people upset. I don't like seeing people angry. If I see other people yelling at each other, I'm an empath, so I take on the emotions of people, and I just don't like conflict. And I know that's like that's it's unavoidable.
Yeah.
Um, so that's definitely one. And I think me being I can come off as really defensive at times. Like when someone's trying to share their point of view, um, I notice my attitude changes or my facial expressions will be like, because I'm so used to being an only child and getting my way more times than I should have. Not all the time,
Yeah.
but that when I'm like when you say something that I might not agree with, or I just might come off as I don't want to see it from your side, even though I know like your side may be right. So I have like a built up defense mechanism where I'll be like, my tone will change, and they'll be like, "Look, I'm just trying to explain something to you, babe. Like, don't or Tyler, Ty, chill out. It's okay. You know, everything's all right." And I'll be like, "Mm."
Yeah. I get that.
So
And it's
being defensive when I'm not intentionally trying to be defensive.
see, and that's crazy because isn't it crazy how your toxic traits come up in just more than your intimate relationships? Like you're probably defensive in like all conflict, or or like you're passive when if you have to avoid, you're passive in every realm. I think some people think your toxic traits are only
Just in like dating or relationships. No,
yes,
when I tell you I was working at a store, at a local store, doing retail, um, it was like a weekend ago, and the store didn't have done what they needed to have done so that we could come in and do our job and reset the aisles and stuff. So the lady was like, "Y'all are gonna do this." And I looked at my coworker. I said, "We ain't doing this." I said, "That's not part of our contract with the store." I said, "The store's job is to have this aisle empty so that we can come in and reset it. I'm not going to be responsible for taking all the products, spending 2 hours to go ahead and take all the product down, put it where it needs to go in the
right.
store." No. So this manager comes like, and
Oh
she
Lord.
was like, "Well, I'm gonna do it." And she literally has carts lined up, and she's throwing sunscreen and tanning oil, whop, whop,
Ooh,
whop,
ooh,
whop.
ooh,
And
ooh.
I looked at my coworker. I grabbed my Starbucks, and I said, "I'm gonna go for a walk." I said, because I instantly was triggered. I
Yeah,
was like, "I don't like that. First of all, that's really unprofessional. Um, we're here to help y'all store, like, and then you
right,
shouldn't be doing that in front of customers, anyways." But what I'm not gonna do is pop off at the mouth and be like, "Girl, what the hell are you doing?"
right.
So I said, I'm gonna go for a walk. And then I was like, and I think she needs a walk. And I tell you, like a whole different side of the store, you still hear her throwing the stuff. I'm like, there's no way that this could be a manager. There's
Right.
no way of a corporate store like this. And I was like, girl.
That's too much. That's another thing. People will pull at your toxic traits really badly. Especially,
Mhm.
isn't it crazy how they pull them? They try to pull on them when you're trying to work on them. Like it was like, you know what? I'm trying to be a better person. I don't
Mhm.
want to be this way anymore. And then here comes somebody triggering my toxic trait. Just that's how people work. But at least we can identify them, right, Ty?
I think that's the first step. I think if you can identify them, then you can work through them. And like you said, regardless, it's not just a relationship thing. It's not just a partnership thing. It's an everyday thing. Toxic traits are everyday things, not just in a relationship.
I totally
But
agree.
I do think knowing what sets your partner off, or if your partner feels strongly about a certain thing, I think that's also important.
I
Mental note for maybe a later
yes,
take.
I agree. And so try to operate around that, knowing like, okay, if I take her there, she gonna go there. So let me not take her there if I can avoid.
Hmm.
So that's good. That's good. Well, Ty, I think that's the end of our random real estate. That was good. I think we got
Very
some
good.
really, really, really good conversation in there. Hopefully, takers, you guys enjoyed. Also, make sure you guys are following us on all of our social media that's scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Everything: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. Everything is at Take. Make sure you guys are following us. And please, if you guys have suggestions on our real takes, if there's something that you want us to talk about, please, 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 please let us know. Message us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can always email us as well. Drop a comment under our videos. We do look at our comments. We do respond to our comments, and we do them personally, either Ty or myself or both of us. So please let us know what you guys want to hear us talk about, because we want to make sure that we are touching on things that you want to know too. So with that being said, Ty, I think that it's time. We need to know, what are Ty's picks? What do you got picked out for us? What do we need to watch? What do we need to be reading? What do we need to be doing? Give us the tea.
Listen, y'all. So I'm pulling up my little notes. I got a printer, Layy, Amazon Prime deal. So I'm about to still be coming with the rundown. That way I don't have to that way. See, I want to look at myself when I'm when I'm on here, and I can't because I'm looking at my notes. So real quick, in theaters this weekend, of course, y'all seen it. People were partying at Campus Martius. Everybody's throwing these like Barbie themed parties and wearing the pink. So the Barbie movie's coming out. Go and see it. Go and check it out. I don't know. Tyler's gonna go see it. I don't got no pink though, so we'll figure that part out. But yep, the Barbie movie is in theaters this weekend. Also streaming is a new romantic comedy on Netflix called Survival of the Thickest. And it basically is following a woman by the name of Michelle Buteau, who sets out to rebuild her life after a breakup. It's basically a series of essay collections. Also on Netflix, Bird Box Barcelona, which is a new spinoff of the original 2018 horror hit. I tried to watch it. I believe the author is actually from Michigan, who wrote the book. But I don't know. It was just kind of scary. I like scary horror movies, so I'll be the one that's like cuddled up, like I'm scared, but I want to watch this. By the way, don't go see Insidious if you're thinking about it, because that was trash. Not for me. I promise to you, this segment is not sponsored by Netflix or AMC theaters. But if y'all want to, I've been in the recliners more often than not lately. So
so you know what to do.
You know, but I've been doing the movie dates, but falling asleep in the it's just too comfortable. It's just too comfortable. Also on Netflix, Too Hot to Handle, which basically challenges a group of singles, all resisting sexual contact. They're all competing for money, and if y'all go off with somebody and do something sexual or physical, then the money for the grand prize at the end of the show lessens. Oh, wow. So okay. y'all might wanna avoid temptation. And lastly, Layy, I don't know. This game has been out. I think it's been out for a little while now. But Monopoly Go. If y'all have been seeing people are talking about it on Facebook, this game right here. Yeah, I don't know. It's the glare. There
okay,
y'all go. But I've been playing, and it like you only get a certain amount of times to go. And see, hold on. I'm playing right now. It's a shutdown. I'm about to shut down somebody's board. I'm about to take their building. Come on, real quick. Boom. Tyler just took over your property and won $14,000. So I'm gonna use that money to keep building my buildings and building my cities. I started off, I forgot where I was, but now I'm in like Barcelona or somewhere. So you keep progressing. It's fun. It's like Monopoly, but it's on your phone and it's addicting. And you can play with like your Facebook friends. So it'll be like, so and so just got your rent payment. I'm like, I needed that money. Or it's like, you just went to jail. You got to pay $3,000. I'm like, I'm just trying to be great and build my village.
Right.
So that is my picks. Also, I can't find it in my notes, but Layy, I'm telling you, I went ahead and bought the little subscription because I don't have cable. And I was like, I gotta watch Love and Marriage Detroit. I got to. So shout outs to Carlos King, producer. He's also from Detroit. And we got to meet Christina and Brandon. Yes. Everybody's talking. I don't want to give away too much, Layy, Oh, we still have the pictures. Yes, yes, Christina.
Yes.
Yes, Lay. Okay, okay. Um, but I just that the show is so good, and people are going in on Brandon. A lot of drama, a lot of drama. Um, yeah, it's showing Detroit, that's for sure. Um, but a lot of people have a lot to say about Brandon and Christina, so I really want to get them on the show. I'm not going to say anything mean because I want to talk to them.
Right.
So I don't want to burn no bridges. But that show, they're doing the damn thing.
I'm
And
good.
then even like there's another couple on there that are kind of going back and forth because one of the husbands left and he went and moved to Atlanta to further his career. And then his wife was like, "If you don't come home, we ain't gonna make it. You got to come back." Um, and it's a lot. It's a lot going
That's
on.
true though.
Especially y'all gotta watch it. But during one of the episodes, during Brandon and Christina's anniversary, they all got together at like a lavender field, and some stuff went down. And there's something that we don't know. They're kind of like beating around the bush, but previous things have caused Christina to feel the way that Christina feels. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
Also, I know I've talked about it before in previous episodes. Grown in Gospel. If y'all aren't watching Grown in Gospel, I also just bought the free trial subscription on YouTube because that show is good. Elijah Connor and it is what it is. It's Grown in Gospel. Brienne Hammond, the daughter of Fred Hammond.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, it's good. Y'all gotta watch it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Those are and
Okay.
so both Detroit shows, both Detroit people. So y'all gotta watch. That being said, that's Ty's picks, but I think Lay needs to rant.
Oh Lord. You know Lacey is good for a rant. So Lay's real rants. Where do I start, y'all? I feel like my rants are just like so relieved, like they just relieve so much stress for me. So they should be called like Lacey's real relieve rants because it just
Mm.
lets so much off my chest. I think today what I want to talk about is work life balance. Okay, I'm gonna rant about that. These corporations, these companies, life bills, money, debt, taxes, they do not want you to have work-life balance. And I think one of the things COVID brought, 98% of what COVID brought was super negative and was traumatic and tragic. But I will say, I think that COVID really taught people that time is so short and at any moment it can be taken away from you. Like tomorrow is not promised. And I think COVID really put that saying to reality. Like, it's not tomorrow is not promised. And I think now that people understand that in a second you'll be shut down. You can't see your family, you can't take a flight, you can't see the world, you can't, you might be separated from your family for 2 weeks in a house. You can't be in the same house with your kids. When people start experiencing stuff like that, they really want to take time to experience with their family, be with their family. And I feel like now, like in this season where I'm at right now, I just feel like I'm playing catch up when it comes to finances and work. And I have no seniority and stuff like that, dealing with seniority, not being able to get vacation time approved and having to do this hustle and that hustle is so annoying. So if you are struggling with work-life balance, when I tell you that I feel you, I so feel you, because everybody always wants something but want to leave nothing for you. So I will say that better times are coming. Hang on. Because it's really annoying when you want to go to a freaking concert or you're trying to plan something for your birthday or your friends invite you to go somewhere for your birthday, for their birthday, and you can't go because you have to work and you have to decide, do I go to this birthday? Do I go to this trip? Do I go to that trip? Go to no trip at all? Save? Do I choose between going out to the club and eating PB and J? You think those days are going to be over in college, but they're not. So I say all that to say that work-life balance has really been blowing me lately, and I want to make sure that people know that they're not alone. And now you have your friends who work from home and they're able to literally be in the grocery store and they're working, and you have a job where you have to be clocked in, can't even be on your phone. People are asking you all these questions. Baby, I feel you, but better days are coming. They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. So that is my real rants mixed in with a little positivity today. But yes, work-life balance has been heavy on my heart lately because it just doesn't exist for some of us. It really doesn't. So I'm keeping hope alive.
Yes, yes. Now let's go ahead and get into some trending today's.
Yes.
So I'm sure everybody has seen the video. Ed Sheeran and Eminem teaming up for his concert in Detroit. So Ed Sheeran did a more personal, intimate concert. I think one of the days in Royal Oak at the Royal Oak Music Theater, and then the next day he had went ahead and did a concert, a bigger concert. So Ed Sheeran, Eminem, yeah, it looked like a good concert. Ed had posted on Instagram, basically highlighting clips from the show. Him and M performed "Lose Yourself" in Stan, and then Ed said that he remembered spraying his hair yellow, rapping Eminem in the School of Talent show when he was 11 years old. And then he just basically continued to say that it was really a moment that he'll never forget, a real career and life highlight, that he loved being in Detroit. The show was magical, and then Ford Fields was absolutely the loudest audience ever that he has ever experienced. So shout outs to the Detroiters and everybody at the Ed Sheeran concert. Sounds like it was a really good time. Moving along, passing the collection plate. Lay,
Yeah.
what would you do with that much money? Yep, right there, right there.
Ooh,
You see it? What
$200,000.
would you do, Lay?
Ooh, I think that'll buy me some work-life balance. I definitely $200,000. I would be out of debt, have a nice home, safe, sound, car paid off, take care of me first, put a little
Mhm.
in the savings, and probably take care of my mama.
I love it. I love it. I would definitely make sure my mom was good and my family. I would definitely put a huge amount in my savings. I would definitely take a trip, and I would take maybe the remainder to um, give back in some way, and definitely invest. But a 59-year-old Detroit woman just won that amount of money. She didn't like go to the store, buy a ticket. She bought a ticket online on MichiganLottery.com, and then her she originally won 50,000, and then the prize was multiplied by 4 because she did the power play. So I don't know nothing about gambling. You ain't gonna catch me at the casino. Um, but I was at the casino at Big Frida's concert. So shout outs to Hotter Than July, LGBT Detroit, Bounce Music. It was just a lot of booty. It was a lot of booty.
We
I'm
love
gonna
it.
leave it at that. But
We love it.
because and I'll have a TikTok posted in a little while. I'm still working on editing it. So anybody that wants to help me with the TikTok, most definitely. But I want to shout out real quick to Brittany B. Brown. I want to shout out to LGBT Detroit, Hotter Than July, Big Frida, Detroit's longest gay black pride. So it was a great time. It was a great time. But yeah, it's just a lot of money. And I'm just shocked that she like bought a ticket online and like didn't buy like a ticket at the store or something. So maybe I'll test it out sometime. Moving along, Shakira.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord. What she got
Apparently, she owes some money. A judge in Barcelona has opened a second investigation, saying that Shakira done tax fraud. She's 46, and I feel like I always do that. That's terrible. I always put in their age because I'm not trying to be shady, but I kind of am. I'll be like Shakira 46, Tyler 27. Not that it has anything to do with the story. I just like to know the background. She basically says she's born, she's Colombian born. She now currently lives in Miami, but she is saying that, or I'm sorry, the judges are saying that $16.2 million for the years from 2012 to 2014. Damn, I had just graduated around the end of that
Yeah.
duration. But yeah, she allegedly owes money. I can't stop singing Shakira. I never really know that she could dance like that. Hey, Shakira saying she doesn't owe the money. She has stated numerous occasions. Her PR team is saying Shakira, slow down. Shakira defends having always acted in compliance with the law and under the guidance of the best tax experts. Um, I don't know. Sounds like she done moved away from home and moved to Miami, and now she don't want to pay them any money. That's what it sounds like.
Right. I mean,
This next one, it just irritates my soul. Country Music Television has pulled Jason Aldean's music video, and the reasoning is because his new song or his new music video, the song's called "Try That in a Small Town." It only lasted one weekend on Country Music Television before the network basically said, "We're not going to play this video." The video features the country singer performing in front of the Maury County Courthouse in Columbia. And that location, Layy, is the same site of the 1946 Columbia race riots, and then also the 1927 mob lynching of an 18-year-old Black teenager by the name of Henry Choate. So many people are basically saying that this music video is basically a visual and referring it to as a dog whistle, saying that it's pro-lynching. The video, I haven't even watched the video, and I don't think I want to watch the video, if we're being fully honest. Mm-hmm. People are saying that the video also features like footage of news clips from Fox News, particularly of violent riots and flag burning. So we're sharing all the sides. The music artist Jason Aldean said, quote, "There is not a single lyric in the song that references race or points to it, and there isn't a single video clip that isn't real news footage. And while I can try and respect the others to have their own interpretation of a song with music, this one goes too far." But full breakdown. Like I said, I'm not gonna watch the video, honestly. But he is known for being very public within his political beliefs. He's a conservative. He's been a local supporter of former President Donald Trump. So my thing is, this isn't the first time that this country singer has been in the headlines for something that's not positive. Right. Back in 2015, he actually dressed up as Lil Wayne for Halloween with complete blackface makeup and a wig that was dreadlocks. So you're already like, this is a whole, I mean, like people, right? I mean, in to sum it up in a very short segment, because we don't have a lot of time, we could have a very further detailed conversation. I think shout outs to CMT for pulling the video. I think we can't keep allowing people to do these things and get away with it. People are still, at the end of the day, people are crazy, and they're gonna still support him. They're gonna be like, oh, whatever, it was just a Halloween costume. But it's just a Halloween costume to people. But if it doesn't directly impact you and your race, then you're not gonna ever understand it. Absolutely. Unless you take the time to knowledge and like actually do your homework. Absolutely. So yeah. Ugh. Jason Aldean. I got two more. Ariana Grande, she's got a new man. Apparently, her and her partner, they're getting a divorce. So she basically went on Instagram. She was seeing this guy named Dalton Gomez, 27. Hey. But fans noticed that Ariana had liked psychotherapist Terry Cole's previous Instagram post. In the post read, "Never again will I be in a relationship with someone I fear." And the post, Cole talked about her experience when she was in a codependent relationship. She experienced emotional fear of her partner because her partner was jealous and possessive. And she also mentioned that she was feeling like she was walking on eggshells. So Ari liked that post on Instagram. US Weekly reported that she's focused on putting her romantic relationship with Gomez behind her. And of course, shady TMZ, shout outs to Charles and Harley Levin. they're reporting that days after the news came out that she separated from Gomez, that she is now seeing her co-star in the film adaptation of Wicked, which they're currently shooting. So Ariana and Gomez have been separated since January. Apparently, they're still friends. If you can do that, I don't think people that are in new relationships should be friends with previous exes, but that's just my opinion. Um, yeah, Ariana seems like she can. I feel like she just like is constantly like man after man after man after man. Like Pete Davidson, then it was somebody else, then it like focus on you, girl.
Yeah, I think it's easy too to like look at her life and say that, but she's young and dating is this is this. I would rather see her doing this in her like younger days than for her to you look up and she's 60 and she doing the same stuff. So I feel like now is the time for her to date and enjoy herself. I do think it's very important to, um, have time with yourself and get to know yourself. I think that's important too. But
Mhm.
I think that she's young and this is time in her season to date and get to know people and plus sometimes media has a way of even though she has admitted, like I know she even has a whole song where she talks about the guy.
Thank you.
But
Next.
yeah, yes, yes. But I think sometimes people will say you're with someone as a celebrity and you've never met the person. So I think we got to keep that in perspective too. But I get what you're saying.
All right, I got a little more. One more. Lay, would you pay more to sit in a particular spot in a movie theater? Because we all know that nobody likes the up front rows because you're like,
Right.
but would you pay more? Would you pay for your movie ticket based on the price of where or based on the seat location?
No.
All right, well, that's a good thing because I kind of set up the headline so that y'all would think that that's what they're doing. But AMC tried it out; it's not working. So don't worry, you're not gonna have to pay based off of
No.
your.
Because there's only so many seats up front. So like even if they discount the seats, because I think in a movie theater you couldn't pay me enough to sit that close. It's too
No,
much of an uncomfortable experience unless these seats go way
like
back.
an angle.
Yeah, like no, you couldn't pay me enough. And then the seats that people want to sit in that are further back, there's way more seats in the further back than up front. So no, I would not.
And you're gonna catch Tyler all the way in the last row, all the way in the back. Seat reclines, popcorn, base hoodie, blanket, snoring. So
Yes. But see, I like the seats the first
you
time.
can sit together.
I like those, but those are only up front,
I know.
which is
Oh,
so stupid.
see, I moved a little. I moved because usually like the armrest will go up, so I just move that and be uncomfortable. Maybe I should start bringing a pillow to the movies. Um, but I'll be like
But with the
eating my
recliners, I don't
popcorn.
think they move. Do they
Uh,
move? I can't remember. I can't remember.
I think that the one that AMC, yeah. Um, so
Anyway.
anyway, if y'all are going to the movies, yep. Yeah. I I just thought it was funny. I'm not paying. I'm not. You can't pay me to sit in the front.
No.
Um, and real quick, your weekend watch. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, and then we're gonna give you some motivation to tie your laces and get motivated.
Yeah.
There's so much going on here this weekend in and around Metro Detroit. So real quick, happening in Ann Arbor is the Ann Arbor Art Festival, the Concert of Colors in Midtown Detroit, which will feature music, speakers, art, and more. And then talking about music and concerts this weekend, the Bare Naked Ladies, Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa at Pine Knob. So there's always something to do in and around the city, and it's still summertime and cancer season, according to Tyler. So have a great weekend. Send us your pictures of what y'all are doing this weekend. I'm ready to go
Yes.
sing some karaoke. Lay. I
Yes.
think it's time to. Oh wait, am I going first or are you going first?
Whichever. Hot potato, potato,
What?
tomato.
All
Hot
right.
potato, tomato, potato, whatever you want to do. I don't
I don't know what Lay is even talking about. I think Lay needs to go to bed. So I got two. I got two for y'all. This first one, giving someone a piece of your soul is better than giving a piece of your heart because souls are eternal. and that is from Helen Boswell. Keeping the same vibes, same energy. This next one, love is putting a piece of your soul into someone else's care and then being responsible for an equal share of theirs. This is soulmate love, and that's from P.S. Berg. So y'all can get what type of wavelength Tyler is on.
That is so beautiful. Well, I guess I'll stay with the trend of love for my little, Lay's words of wisdom. I think that with with love, I think we all it's so easy to talk about the beautiful part of love, but we don't really talk about the hard parts of it that a lot of couples, you have to work really hard to stay in a committed relationship when you're exclusive with a person because I think when people say till death do you part or they look at relationships and they want to stay committed, that you have to remember like right now I'm 25. I'm 25. I'll be 26 next month. If I stay in a relationship with someone for 20 years, I'll be 45. I'm not going to be the same person that I was at 25. And so in those 20 years, you're going to experience a lot of hardships. Now, that does not mean that you take anything and you deal with just anything from a person. But it's that for me, I think it's important you find someone not who loves you because you fall in and out of love. You fall in and out of love. Right now, you're going on dates right now and flowers are coming and everything's working, but it's not going to be like that forever. And you find someone who has honor and integrity and someone of character who honors their commitments. That's what you look for. Because I don't want the person that can be with me when I'm easy to love. Because I'm beautiful, I'm fun, I got a crazy personality. It's easy to love me, but can you love me when I'm not so lovable? Can you love me when I don't look so pretty? Can you love me when I'm not smiling, but when I'm crying or when I'm upset? Can you love me through those times? Because that's when you need a rock. That's when you need someone to hold you down. So I think that when we talk about love, let's make sure that remember, love can be a battlefield. It can be a field full of roses. It can be just as high as it is low. But my thing is, a lot of people they say they want to they rather have someone that's even all the time. But for me, if it's not going up and down and it's flatline, you're dead. So you want to make sure that you be okay with the hills and the peaks and the lows because that's what a relationship is. So that is what I want guys with today. Stay committed, stay down.
Get tested.
Get tested. Yes, Lord, get tested. But this has been an incredible show time.
Oh, we can't be doing our takers like this. We got to be back next weekend and the weekends after that.
Yes. We got to keep giving y'all. We got to keep checking in because we miss you guys so much. I know I have. So we appreciate you guys being patient with us as we've been going through some changes in life and everything else. But you guys have been really understanding and we really do appreciate that. So takers, this has been have an amazing rest of your Saturday. Make sure you guys see us back here next Saturday, 3 to 4 Eastern time. Follow us on all social media, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, everything else. They got new stuff coming out. Every single thing.
Oh, y'all can follow us on Threads too. We're on Threads.
Threads. All of that is the same at Ty and Lay's Take. So please make sure you guys are looking out and following us and commenting and interacting with us because we love you so much. We love our takers. So.
Yes. Thank you so much. I saw everybody. I want to say one more time, thank you to Lay's little birthday post made my eyes water. All the takers showing me love. So I just want to say thank you. I'm so honored, and I say this all the time, to have such an amazing business partner, co-host, friends. I am so forever grateful. I'm grateful for all our takers. I hope you all have an amazing weekend. We'll be back next weekend. And download the Hot 93.97 app and be sure to follow them and subscribe to them on social media too. And like I said, it's still cancer season. So we out. Bye. It's about to be Lay's season soon.
What?
All right, y'all. Have a good one.
Bye, takers.